What's going on, everybody? It is Brendan. Welcome back to Dad Planet. Yes, we're headed into the Goodwill bins. I'm going to take you on a trip. We're going to take a look at some of the things that I recently sourced. But before we do that, we're going to talk about Goodwill's latest attempt to try to really stick it to resellers. Stay tuned. Yeah, so it looks like Goodwill outlets across the nation are now hiring what they are calling product specialists. And your core function as a product specialist at the Goodwill bins and as an employee of Goodwill is to shop the bins and remove the high-end merchandise that you end up finding so that they can put it on Shop Goodwill. So now, in addition to ringing up customers and, filling the bins in the back and whatnot, you're there primarily to take the good stuff out and put it on Shop Goodwill. And guess what? You know what? Goodwill is running a business. They can run it however they want. They do not cater to resellers, and I understand all that. But it's just one more thing we've got to fight with or contend with as resellers, which gets kind of annoying after a while. But yeah, this is an actual job and part of the description now that they are posting all over the United States to improve profits, I suppose. So I just thought that was interesting, and I had just found wind of that. And in fact, there's a guy at one of our locations who very conspicuously shops the bins while he rings up customers. So at any rate, just information, food for thought. But we're going to flip the switch here. We're going to turn this around and go shopping. We're going to take a look at some of the excellent items that I found in lieu of this new job. Right off the bat, I always go to the shoes, and of course I found a ton of singles. And you know what? I sell single shoes all the time, but none of these, as wonderful as all of the singles were to me, warranted holding on to them to just purchase the one shoe. I was hoping that in the next rotation of shoes that would come out, that at least one of these would turn up. I mean, look at these shoes. They were all excellent, but I couldn't find a single one of them, and they did not turn up in the next bin. So I had to put all of those back, which was a real bummer because every one of those shoes and those sandals was fantastic. So VHS, you have to watch when you're looking for VHS tapes, because if you're paying 50 cents or 99 cents at the retail stores, you're going to pay just as much, if not maybe even a little bit more at the bins, because they're heavier. But horror VHS, and again, I will lot these up. You can hit a real home run if you find a good lot of horror VHS tapes. There's The Shining right there. You saw Halloween before that. Those were great tapes, but I will end up lotting those up, and hopefully taking a big hit on those later. This Ping hat, all over print fish hat, is a bolo, and I couldn't believe it. Now, this one wasn't in the greatest condition. The brim was a little bit kind of wobbly, and I've already put that in my description, but that hat is a major bolo. And so that was really, really exciting, because I think I can probably get anywhere from $40 to $50 for that hat, which is amazing to me. Charlie Brown Dictionary, no real value. I ended up putting that one back, and I'm just trying to get to both the bottom of the bins and speed through and do a quick once-over of the entire location, which can be daunting because it is a rather large location, which I'm thankful for, but trying to get through everything is kind of crazy. So lots of VHS tapes in here. I don't think I found any other ones with the exception of maybe one more horror coming up. Westhoff Knife Block, again, it would be a bolo if it was in the retail store, but that thing was 3, 4, 5 pounds, so that has to go back. This is the other VHS tape that I was talking about. Again, put it in a lot, could go in a wholesale lot to you guys. I might put it on my eBay retail store myself. Who knows? The Making of King Kong, no value there. Linksys, this Cisco router, again, no value. Tons listed on that, so I'm really glad that I passed that up. I actually didn't even bother at the store. I just looked it up while I was editing the video here, and sure enough, it was not worth anything. So if you guys see something that maybe I passed up, always feel free to mention that in the comments, because I love learning from you folks as well. Here's a home run for you. So again, My Pet Monster, I've been putting it into my existence, and this VHS tape, this thing could be worth $20 to $30. It doesn't have the case or the cover, unfortunately, but that's a bolo, so that goes in the cart as well. VHS tapes coming through for me yet again, which is wonderful. And of course, you saw me sell the My Pet Monster a couple of weeks ago for 50 bucks without the shackles. That was amazing. Here's another bolo, Hewlett-Packard 12C financial calculator. It works. The batteries were in it already and it functioned properly, so I won't have to pick up extra batteries, but it's a $20 bill right there. The list to sell ratio is like 2 sales for every 1 active listing. So that is in high demand, and price it at $20. Hopefully it moves pretty quickly. I think I actually already have a watcher on it if I'm not mistaken, and I just did the listings very recently. There's the Terminator VHS and the Terminator 2. I could have lotted these up and maybe done like an action film VHS lot. These Chacos, these things are like bricks. They are huge and heavy, but you know what? It's probably a bolo. I'll make it $20 to $30 for them. The comps won't be that great on them right now because, we've been going through winter. Same with these Tory Burch thongs. They're not in excellent condition. They're in probably good to fair condition. I think I can get $20 for those as well. I believe them to be authentic, but again, the comps on all these open-toed shoes, including these Birkenstocks, won't be that great. Although I did see with these like orange nubuck leather ones that there was a comp maybe in December for around $40 with 16 shipping, so it's probably just a matter of time. But again, if you're comping like those types of items right now, it's not going to look very good because we just got through winter. This is a $19.99 Polly Pocket gymnastics set, and obviously vintage. I had 2 like little other there was like a trampoline that came with this and another piece. So I think I can get $25 for them. I didn't have any of the little girls, although one lady was nice enough to give me one of the little figures that she had, so that was wonderful. And then this right here, I love Big Pony. I'm not huge into youth apparel, but this jacket, I think this has resale value and it does need to be washed and cleaned. So I'll probably, again, put a price tag of in between $20 and $30 on that. And that pretty much covers everything in my cart there. I did go back to the shoes, and it's always hard for me to film because the shoes, everyone's so aggressive when the new bins come out. But these are Adidas NMD R1, and the style is called Americana. And if you look, they look like they've got a little bit of discoloration. I've already washed them, and for the most part, they look pretty good. One of the toes had a little bit of like a rub mark. It was starting to come away a little bit, but I like those even though there aren't that many comps. I mean, July is just around the corner, so 4th of July, very patriotic pair of shoes. I'm going to scoop those up and we'll just put them at 30 bucks and see what happens. But all in all, it was a really successful trip, and most of them are, which is why I love going to the Goodwill bins, outside of now knowing that, Goodwill's people shopping among us, which is nuts. There was one item that I will show you when I get back to my computer screen, another Halloween-related item that, if works, should get around $30. No good comps right now, again, because we're far away from Halloween, but let's take a look at that. All right, here's that spider. It's like a hanging spider from Gemmy Industries. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. It's kind of creepy, actually. Let me turn it on and see if it'll make... Hear that? This sounds like it's working properly. It's like super creepy. The thing like vibrates too. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go in and check the batteries on this, but 30 bucks again, no comps on there, but these will sell, once the holiday approaches. I actually did have a Barney cassette tape in my cart too. 12 bucks, super cheap. It'll sell, has, resale value and comparable solds to go on. So there were a couple other items in there that I just ended up putting back just because they weren't worth much. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave a like if you learned something. And always consider subscribing if you are not already a member. But let me know also how you feel about Goodwill, like hiring moles to go shop among us at the Goodwill bins and take all of the good stuff away from us and just make our life a little bit harder. I'd like to know your opinion on that. Brendan here, Dad Planet. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next video.